Welcome back, everybody. I'm the Blonde Fox, and today we're going to continue playing some more Genshin Impact. In the last episode, we made our way to Fontaine, and we were supposed to meet up with Lenny and everything at his house, which was way over here in like the major city area, which we don't have the teleport point unlocked yet. As you see, we're kind of in a different position. That's because I've been doing dailies and some more grinding and stuff between episodes, so we haven't got that. I'm not in the same spot anymore, and I didn't realize after I teleported away that I didn't have any teleport points nearby, so we're going to have to ride the Aqua bus thing all the way back. And I don't know if we're gonna be able to skip it, like if it's gonna have where you can like skip the ride and it just takes you back to the city gate, or if we are gonna have to ride it this whole way. If we have to ride it the whole way, we might actually get out over on this island and try to get a bunch of these teleport points and everything, and then continue along. We'll kind of play that by ear, but yeah, that's pretty much where we left off. So we're either gonna do a little exploring to get back over to the major city over here. Might even grab this statue, actually, because it should just be right off the bus there. Actually, that might be the smarter thing to do. But anyways, so we're either going to do that or just head straight to the city and continue on with the story. But that's pretty much the plan. So, yeah. I think that's just about it between what happened between last episode and this one. Yeah, everybody should be pretty leveled up. Still working on these two. They can go up to level 70, but I haven't leveled up there yet. But yeah, remember to like the video if you like it and subscribe to me some more. Without further ado, let's get right to it. Also, I totally forgot, the little octopus guy. It started the anniversary event, so a bunch of primo gems on top of everything else. So we do have enough for a lot of pools. We could do 1 10 pull and then a couple of singles if we wanted. I am probably going to be pulling for a new Valette. Excuse me, because I do want, if we could get more officials, that would be awesome, and maybe even more Shincho or even a Diona would be pretty cool. But also because he's a really good character. I'm not pulling for Hu Tao just because she's an amazing character. I'm just not that great with her. I'm not going to waste on the weapon banner and so on and so forth. So that's pretty much kind of the game plan with that. I don't think there's really anything else like of major importance or anything, I don't think. Yeah, I think that's just about it. There's also been an update too to where there is more of Fontaine. What does it head out? Okay, so we just take off. Okay, yeah, it is going to make me ride the whole way. So we'll probably get off on this island and start unlocking some of the islands before we continue with the main story thing. But anyways, oh, are you really going to talk?
This boat tour will take you to the magnificent court of Fontaine.
Oh gosh, I never realized she talked.
The most important city in our nation. I'm Ava, and I'll be your tour guide for this trip. Even though I'm not as reliable as Elfan from the Navia line, I'll still do my very best. And if you're dissatisfied with anything, feel free to let me know right away. Oh,
I'm dissatisfied.
Please contact a staff member with your feedback after reaching the station, and we will address your concerns as soon as possible. Back on topic. The destination of this trip will be the court of Fontaine. If you'd like to learn more about the latest technological
I'm sorry, lady, but I am about to jump off right here.
Fontaine, the hottest
I think right here would be a good spot to jump.
Or upcoming sensational trials, please subscribe to the Steambird.
I'm surprised. That would be funny if they had some dialogue where she's like, wait, where are you going as you jump off? Okay, so we're just going to go this way and try to unlock some stuff. But anyways, there's been a major update, so there's more to the story now, because we're now in 4.1. However, we never finished the 4.0 update, I guess. But that also means we have a lot more story we can do. That also means there's a lot more of the map unlocked as well.
Unsightly insects.
So that'll be pretty cool. We can get that done. A lot more to explore, a lot more to unlock, a lot more prizes to earn. Yeah, see, he's sitting so much better now. I was just like, I did a little bit of artifact farming, some weapon material leveling up stuff, along with just some other things. That's what I was like, it's nothing too fantastic. I didn't have that great of luck again. But I was at least able to get all of their weapons, I believe, as well as all of their weapons should be at level 70, and all of their talents should be leveled up, at least somewhat. So now we should be able to at least hold our own to an extent. Yeah, there's a lot of mech enemies here, and then there's the Numa and Uisia stuff, or Osia. I don't know how to pronounce it. Basically, we'll see if is there any around here so I can just show off how it works. Well, actually, okay, I could use my Lynette to just show how it works real quick. That'd probably be the easiest way to do it. Okay, do I have a team with her already in it? No, I do not have a team with her already in it, so we'll just go ahead and put her in place of him. Okay. So the way it works is characters from Fontaine, including... Oh, she's not going to work for this one. Okay. Let me get the Hydro Traveler to show this off. Sorry, Lynette. Wish we could use you.
Just
okay.
what will we come across?
Okay. So characters in Fontaine, including the Hydro Traveler, have what's called either Numa or Uisia, I don't know how to say it. But basically what it means is there's special dark and light alignments to their moves and everything, and each character only has one tied to them. So like Lynette has, I believe hers is, I think, Numa, which is the dark one, I think. I'm not sure. I could probably check here on the Traveler real quick. What's his say it is? The alignment on it. Okay, so no, Numa is the light alignment. Okay. So she's got Usia. But yeah, so basically you need to do the opposite element on these whenever you do certain attacks. So on his, it'll be his skill, his elemental skill will trigger it. Lynette's elemental skill. Some characters have it be their charged attack, etc. And what it does, it's what you use to activate the puzzles around Fontaine. And so there's all sorts of them. Usually they have like a little orb thing you can pick up around here. I don't know where this one is, and I really don't feel like looking for it, but they'll usually have like a light orb sitting around where you can just grab it, which allows any character to have one of their moves activate the corresponding either Usia or Numa, depending on the color of the orb, to solve the puzzles. But honestly, I would recommend just trying to get some of the Fontaine characters because it makes it so much easier and faster, and you don't have to look for the orb. But so if I was to use his elemental skill, see, it causes the little light explosion, and that activates that. And so that's all it is. And so enemies sometimes have the light colors on them and everything, and so you can do extra damage if you hit them with the corresponding effect, and etc. There's all sorts of little combos and everything you can do with it. It was a little confusing at first, but it's something that once you kind of figure out, it's not too complicated. It's just basically, honestly, you really don't have to think too much on it. It's just kind of bonus damage. At least so far, it seems like it is. It's not like you really have to focus hard on triggering those, but if you want to do more damage, it is pretty cool. It does help with some of the tougher enemies if it feels like you're not doing enough damage. So that's what's like the Fontaine characters are actually pretty good. Something I've noticed with the Fontaine characters too is that all of them, I'm really curious, should we pick up all the rainbow roses? Because they're all over the place, but I don't know. We'll probably try to pull for Linny again if he comes back up, because I've been using Linny on my main account like crazy. And I absolutely adore him. He is so good. I'm pretty impressed with myself. I got my Linny. His average attacks do about 50 to 60k, and it's pretty fun to use him. And that's without any like buffs from anyone else. I got pretty lucky with my artifact drops on him, and I have his weapon and everything. But yeah. But anyways, so I will probably try to get Lenny again, but so we'll collect the roses. But anyways, what I was saying was I noticed with most of the Fontaine characters is that they all kind of have one similar thing in common, and that's, wow, these guys move really fast. And that is that they all use moves that basically affect their health in one way or another. They use moves that either give them health back or drain their health or do both kind of thing. It kind of goes like a back and forth.
Busted.
And so I'm trying to think of an example, because I don't know. I don't think, does Lynette? Actually, I think Lynette's one of the few that doesn't actually. Does she? Great. Now I'm second guessing myself on that. Yeah, these are the tougher of the automatons.
Stand with me.
That wasn't nice. There we go. Anyways. Oh, that opened a chest. Choo-choo. Really? I run right into that tree. Okay. Ooh, that's a nice chest.
Unnecessary.
Yeah, see, it looks like I think either those are enemies or those are some of the orbs. I think those are puzzles, yeah. Anyways, we'll collect the rainbow roses. Yeah, on Lynette, I don't think she does, actually, now that I think about it. That's got me curious. Okay. Okay, she flicks her mantle. When an enigma threat hits opponents, it will restore HP based on max HP, and then she'll lose it again after a couple of seconds. Yeah, so her R2 consumes and regains health in kind of a weird... I don't really understand how you're supposed to use her elemental skill, technically. I know how to use her burst. Her burst is great. Her skill, though, I'm still trying to figure out, okay... Because no matter when you use it, I believe even if you just tap it, it also consumes health, I believe. Or is it only whenever you hold it? I can't... I think it's either. But anyways... But yeah, so I've noticed that with all the Fontaine characters, though, that it does that, like... here, let me pull up the character archive. Because this was just something that it was just like... I remember this was in kind of the leaks and everything, and I wasn't sure how it was going to work, but where's the first Fontaines? Okay. I didn't realize we only have 4 Fontaine characters and the Traveler. So the Hydro Traveler, whenever he uses his elemental skill... whenever he uses the bullet mode, which is whenever you hold down the button, he shoots like water bullets, it consumes his HP to do that up to a certain amount. Lynette, she uses, whenever she does her elemental skill, she'll hit an opponent, it'll regain her HP, and then it'll drain over 4 seconds, and she's basically able to keep it, always regain it, lose it, regain it, lose it. Lenny, using his charged arrows, he can, whenever he uses his special prop charged arrow things, he loses HP. But then whenever you use his elemental skill, if he has stacks of something, I'm trying to explain this without actually having the character, it's kind of hard. But basically, you get stacks of stuff whenever you use his prop arrows, which are his level 2 charged arrows, if you consume HP to do them and whatnot. But basically, those consume his HP down to, I think it's like 60% of his HP or 50%, something like that. And then if you use his elemental skill, based on how many stacks you have and his max HP, you'll heal for amount. So basically, you lose HP, heal. I think Freminette actually doesn't consume his HP, if I remember correctly, or does he? Yeah, I don't think... I think he's one of the few that actually doesn't, which is a little weird. Yeah, I think he's the only one out of them that doesn't actually consume his HP, which is kind of weird. And then Neuvillette, he consumes his HP to do his charge attack, which is like an amazing attack. It's like this huge, giant beam of water. But he uses that, and then he's able to regain his HP from the little water droplets that he's able to pick up from his elemental skill and his elemental burst that they produce and everything. And then Riathisli, I think that's how you pronounce his name, who's supposed to be coming out in the next update in a couple of weeks, he does the same thing where he's like Hazo, where he does cryo punches instead of animo punches and everything. And his elemental skill consumes HP whenever he uses it, and then whenever his his elemental burst, I keep wanting to say the buttons and not the words. Whenever his elemental burst is active, I believe it makes it to where whenever he used his charge attack, it restores HP based on his HP and everything. So, again, it's a little weird, and it's something that I generally don't like in games. I'm not like a big fan of having to, consume HP to use moves and stuff. I generally don't play characters or use moves that do that because the fact that it's one of the reasons like Hu Tao, I don't really use her because I don't like having to manage that, or Zhao. They're both characters that whenever they come up in trials and stuff, I love playing as them. They're a lot of fun. But I don't like the managing the health and everything. It makes me nervous because I'm like, okay, I gotta make sure I don't go below a certain threshold, but I gotta keep it low. It's kind of like with Shinobu. It's so hard for me. Every time I see her health, I'm like, oh, I gotta heal her. I'm like, no, if you heal her, it kind of ruins her whole thing she's got going on. And so, yeah, so we can use the orbs here. Grab the block. Hit you. There we go. But yeah, so it's normally I don't like it, but I gotta say the Fontaine characters, it's actually kind of fun in a way. It's like, it's not overly complicated or anything. It's pretty easy to manage to where it's like, generally you can use their moves, and if you use them in the correct order, you pretty much won't run out of health. You basically restore what you lose every time, if not more, if you play it smart. Okay, what's going on? Fox, don't you think this puzzle is a little strange? I think it's fine as long as it gives us a treasure chest. You're not wrong, but, Paimon has so many questions. Who placed these items, and why did they place them here? Sometimes the more you think about it, the worse it makes you feel. Now, some questions don't go away once they pop up in your head. Every time Paimon closes her eyes, they spin around like specters. Paimon got it. These puzzles in the wild are actually set up by the Adventurers Guild. The aim is to train the guild's rookie adventurers. After all, places like ruins and dungeons are really dangerous. Most puzzles in the wild are safer compared to those deadly devices. As for this strange puzzle, a rookie adventurer from the Adventurers Guild must have set it up. This person has no experience, so it ended up looking pretty strange. How's that? Makes a lot of sense, right? So it's a case of rookies training fellow rookies? That can't be helped. No one is born with work experience, so if you must experience before you can do the job, then no one will be able to work. Yeah, Paimon doesn't mind a strange puzzle if that's the case. How weak. To be kind to others is to be cruel to yourself. Whoa, where did you pop up from, little girl? Little miss, I'm not some nameless little girl. Behold, standing before you is the great artist Salsa, who... Salsa. Sorry. Who will be the future of Fontaine's art scene. Little miss? Is she referring to Paimon? I don't think I will ever be addressed as Little Miss. Well, of course. Look, I'm this much taller than you, although I'm shorter than Mr. next to you. My mom said that as long as I drink a lot of milk and I go to bed on time, I'll definitely grow taller. So I'll be a big sister in a few years' time, and you'll be a younger brother. I don't think it works that way. But Salsa, what are you doing here? Oh, is this canvas yours? Yeah, the scenery is really pretty here, so it's a great place to sketch. If it weren't for those ugly things, I would have completed my painting long ago. Mr. and Flying Little Miss, are you two here to sketch too? Excellent taste. We forgot to introduce ourselves. Paimon's Paimon, not some Flying Little Miss. He's Fox, and we're adventurers traveling around the world. What? So you guys are members of that evil organization? Oh no, I let my guard down. Evil organization? Didn't little Miss Paimon mention it just now? Those bad guys in green from that evil organization? They installed all these ugly things here and ruined all the beautiful scenery. I didn't realize you two were together with those evil green guys. What am I gonna do now? Didn't Paimon say that? Forget it. Is there anything we can do to help? After all, Fox is a member of the Adventurers Guild. Oh, are you going to become one of the good guys now? That's the right choice. We should work together to defeat the evil organization so our eyes no longer get polluted by ugly things. Paimon doesn't understand. What do we have to do exactly? We can't just charge into the headquarters of the Adventurers Guild, right? Dad said that we have to do things one step at a time, so we should start with what's in front of us. Fox and Luminous Paimon, please help me rearrange these ugly things. With great artist Salsa's guidance, this is going to be a piece of cake, so don't worry. Okay then, we'll listen to you. Fox, let's give it a try. Asymmetry also has its merit, but symmetry would look better here. 1 on one side and 3 on the other makes it look way too unbalanced. It'd be nice to place the what? Okay, it's Numa and Nuisia, so would it be Nemosia? Nemosia? I don't know how to say that. I think Nemosia sounds right. Nemosia relay piles on both sides of the road so that everything is symmetrical. Okie dokie, so you want to do symmetrical, we would put you here. So that way it goes ding, 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 right? Good, very good. It looks so much better this way. Yeah, I kind of agree with her on that. The points, lines, and planes are all in harmony with every detail being executed flawlessly. Everything just looks so much more pleasing. Dad was right when he said there's no trash in this world that can't be saved, only resources in the wrong places. Fox and Paimon, thanks to your hard work, our world has taken another step in the right direction. We didn't do much. Now that Paimon looks at it, everything sure looks better after we rearranged them. All we did was change things around a little. The sense of disarray from before is completely gone. Paimon thought you were just a kid who was full of herself. Paimon didn't expect you to actually know a lot about composition and framing. What? Aren't we buddies who battle against the evil organization together? Such little faith. I'm devastated. It's not that Paimon doesn't believe in your skills, it's just... Oh, don't be sad. Oh no. Huh? What now? I nearly forgot Mom and Dad are coming home today. They aren't usually home? Yeah, because Mom and Dad are amazing. Amazing people are always very, very busy. I'm also very, very busy now, but I'm nowhere near as amazing. When I become a great artist, I can be as unreasonable as I want, just like Mom and Dad. Huh? What does being amazing have to do with being unreasonable? That's because Mom and Dad always check my homework when they're back, even when I finished everything. As long as I'm not sitting at my desk, they'll say, Salsa, oh Salsa, you're slacking off again. What are you going to do in the future if you play with brushes and paints all day long? Even though I tell them that I've long finished my homework, they will continue nagging. No matter how unreasonable they are, I can't get a word in because they're too brilliant. So I always pretend to be working really hard whenever Mom and Dad come home, even when I haven't finished my homework. Then they won't have anything to say. I'll say unreasonable things however I like when I become as amazing as my parents, or even better than them. This feels kind of wrong somehow. Oh no, I'm running late. I won't make it if I don't go off now. It was so nice to meet you, Fox and Paimon. Thank you so much for helping. I gotta go home now. Take care. Be careful not to fall. Salsa runs off with her canvas and box of drawing tools. She's like a little whirlwind. Children these days don't have it easy, huh? Thank goodness Paimon doesn't have homework. Paimon, oh Paimon, you're slacking off again. No, Fox, stop. Paimon can't hear you. Well, that was interesting. And it gives us a viewpoint. It is so much nicer. I do agree that the symmetry is much nicer. Okay, another Hydroculus. Go ahead and mark that. I'm gonna go ahead and put a waypoint, like a mark there, so that way we know where we're, like, navigating to. Anyways, what I was saying, though, was that... So, it took me a while to get used to, like, Shinobu and everything, so characters that, you know, use their health and whatnot. I am getting better with it, though, but I'm still, like, the biggest fan of them. But I gotta say, the Fontaine characters, it's not too hard, because most of their moves fully restore their HP. And unlike, you know, like Shinobu, Hu Tao, Zhao, whatever, where basically... Well, Zhao not technically, but Hu Tao and Shinobu, where the lower their health, the stronger they get. A lot of the Fontaine characters they just need the HP because it's consumed to use the move. It's not necessarily... I mean, some of them have where it will enhance it if they can consume the HP to use the move. If they can't, you can still use the move, it just doesn't do as much. But, yeah, for some reason, it just feels like it's a little bit better, which I was really worried, because like I said, whenever I first saw that they consume HP, I was like, oh great, I'm not going to like any of the Fontaine characters, this is bad. But, again, it's actually pretty simple. And I was worried, too, with the Numa and Nuisia puzzles and whatnot. I was really worried, too. I was like, great, is this going to be complicated? Are you going to need to have a whole bunch of characters? But, I mean, besides the fact that they give you, you know, one of each for free, because you get Lynette for free, and obviously everybody has the Traveler. So not that big of a deal. But I really want that chest. But I also, like I said, I've done all the exploring on my personal account for like this entire area already, and this is a very It's not like long, but it is like a puzzle, like a pretty good puzzle. Like not like well, it's long, but not long. But we might come back and do it because that is, you know, we need to start getting chests and everything because we need as many whatchamacallit, the hydro coins or whatnot to upgrade some stuff. And there's,
It's raining again?
like I said, I'm going to try not to spoil much of anything. I haven't
The rain
done
actually
anything
made it.
story-wise, so I can't spoil anything story-wise, which is good. But I have literally this entire area. I even did already the new stuff up here as well. I explored that. So I have most of this stuff already explored. I have all the teleport points and everything too. But here we go. We can go ahead and turn in our Hydroculus. We need so many. Luckily, it seems like they're not that hard to find here. Like in the other... wow, okay, that was close. Unlike the other regions where it seemed like a lot of the Oculus were kind of hard to find, or they were kind of in weird spots or very hidden, it seems like here they're really not that hard to run across. They just always seem to be kind of out in the open. That would have been cool if I could have hit that one without seeing it. Oh, come on now. I was about to say that should have hit it. There we go.
A chest full of valuables and a trail of potential clues.
Okay, so here's our block. So we'll grab you. Okay, seriously, I hit the grab button. Ow. That is very hot water.
You're so
This is another reason why I'm glad we got the
anxious to see
Wanderer.
the sun
He is
again.
so good
How
for
childish.
Fontaine. Go. Okay, these things can be a little annoying sometimes to deal with, but basically they need to be whatchamacallit. They need to be filled with hydro, and sometimes they need to be continuously filled, or sometimes once you activate them, they stay active. It's a little weird.
Too slow.
As I'm like, Fontaine has a lot of stuff that I don't necessarily understand how it works. I just know what I'm supposed to do. So sorry if I don't explain stuff very well. It's just a lot of stuff that I just kind of figured out from playing, but I still need to actually, like, you know, figure out how it works in an explaining kind of way, I guess. Like I said, I understand how to do it, but I don't understand why you need to do that to make it work. I think part of the problem is, too, like, as you can see, all of this stuff is just explaining how all the stuff in Fontaine works. And this is just, like, scratching the surface. There's so many new things, and it's kind of overwhelming. And I'm sorry, but their descriptions aren't always the best. Okay. Can I get a little bit of fire on me? Thank you. And then if I...
How amusing. Wind rises.
There we go. Perfect. That way I don't need a pyro character. I always find a way to cheap out, right? Oop, that's very hot water. Very hot water.
Behold, upon the gale.
So we get this. So these little water droplet things, you either need to collect 3 of them to activate it. It's kind of like the whatchamacallit, the dandelion seed things that we used to be able to collect in Mondstadt, where if you get 3 of them, it makes a whirlwind up. Or if you hit them with Animo character, how it automatically activated if you land one. These are very similar to where you either need 3 of them to combine into the hydro ring, or I believe if you go stand in hydro, or if you have hydro like on your character or whatnot, it'll activate too. Yeah, even if you've not collected 3 of them, characters can cause them to grow if they continuously affect by hydro. That's why I was like, it's very similar to those, which is nice. So because we have water on us, they activate, so then we just need to stand here so the ring hits all 3 of these. Perfect. No, I
You
was
even
collecting my
want this?
prizes. Oh, it looks like they gave them to me. I was like, oh, thank goodness. Okay, that scared me. I was like, no, they took all my prizes. Okay, because I don't think you can actually drop out of these. There's no way to exit once you get sucked into it. But this is all for that boiling little lake puzzle. Like I said, it's not that complicated of a puzzle, but it does kind of take us out of the way. But I did already grab some of the teleport points over there, so it's not like it's that far out of our way, you know? Yeah, I've been really enjoying Fontaine so far. It's really good, and it's a lot of fun. Okay. So we are now underwater. This is our first time underwater. Being underwater in Fontaine is awesome. I love it so much. It's really fun. So there's these enemies that look like this, these little guys. They look like hydro versions of enemies and whatnot, kind of like the things that Oceanian spawns and whatnot. There's different ones, so like each one has a different ability, and you use the L2 button, and basically you do that, which technically you can use this to do damage to enemies, but it does very little. But if you do it on certain things, it'll activate them or grab them like that when we stole its power. So now whenever we use our elemental skill button, we use a skill based on the enemy that we did. So this crab gives us the ability to shoot out a water bubble, and the water bubble does, it also gives us a shield and everything. And whenever you're charging it up, the water bubble does more damage if, like, whenever we're charging it. If something's attacking us while we're charging it, it'll do more damage. So it's kind of like a counter attack, which is pretty cool. There's like a stingray, which allows you to send out giant slashes, which is pretty fun. There's also a a manatee that lets you, or a seal, I don't know what you call it, manatee, seal, something like that, that allows you to send out like a sonar pulse. Oh, that's cute. Oh, oh, that's really cool. So the little octopus guy, whenever you're above water, he floats in a little bubble, but whenever we get underwater, he actually just swims with us. Okay, that's a cute detail. I love that. I absolutely love that. But anyways, so there's a manatee that sends like a sonar attack thing, and then, okay, get out of the water here. And then there's a new one that's in the new area that they just added. That's a jellyfish that allows you to, whatchamacallit, it allows you to do like a bomb that you can detonate at your own time and everything, and like the further it travels, the larger the explosion and whatnot, so it's pretty cool. But anyways, we're actually going to end this episode here, and the next one we'll do this really cool underwater puzzle. Do not mess with me, boy. Man, where do all these slimes come from? We ain't having this today, boys. Anyways, but yeah, so we're going to end this episode here. The next one, we're going to explore this really cool, like, underwater caverny volcano-y thing and solve the puzzle with the burning lake. So yeah, but because it's the end of the episode, we get to do some pulls. So I'm thinking we'll do a 10 pull now. We might save our singles for the next episode. I don't know. We'll kind of see how it goes. If we get like absolutely nothing, I'll probably pull again just because I want something good. Not necessarily a 5-star, but at least just something of some use. But here we go, guys. We're going to do a 10 pull. Okay, what do we get? At first, my heart almost stopped. It was just like, I thought we got a gold for a second. I was like, there's no way. Okay, nothing. Well, so far, not the greatest luck. Come on. Okay, it's stringless. That's not bad. Oh, and there we go. Another fischl. That's what I was hoping for. Cool. Okay. So that's not too bad. We can open up our shop. I'll go ahead and buy one of you. And I'll go ahead and buy 2 of you. Do we have enough for another... Just shy for another 10 pull. We might actually just save up for another 10 pull. But we did pretty good. We got some good stuff. So I'll say we can, you know, we can end on that note. That was a pretty high note. How's our constellations on fischl? Ooh, that's our second constellation. I thought we had more than that. That's good. So when Night Raider is used, it deals an additional 200% attack as damage, and its AoE is increased. Oh, fischl just got so much better. I mean, it's not like she wasn't already good, but you know what I mean? It's just like, we just keep improving her. Love it. Also, was that my first stringless, or did I already have some stringless? No, I already had one stringless, but it's a really good bow for quite a few characters, so it's not bad to have more than one. But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching. If you liked the video, remember to like it. Comment down below with your thoughts and opinions. I look forward to hearing from you guys. And remember to subscribe if you want to see more from me in the future. Until next time, see ya!